Today we're jumping into Genshin Impact, a massively popular, free-to-play, open-world anime gacha RPG that first launched back in 2020. I played it briefly when it first released, but had no idea it would explode so much and become one of the most popular games of the decade. Fast forward to January 2025, and Genshin Impact boasts over 65 million monthly players, a truly incredible feat for a game nearing its 5-year anniversary. Available on PC, PS4, PS5, Android and iOS, Genshin has received countless updates over the years, adding new characters, expanding its massive open world, and deepening its story. But what makes this game so special? Is it the thrill of collecting waifus, the unique elemental reaction-based combat, or the fact that it's essentially an anime you can play? Let's explore why Genshin Impact continues to captivate millions around the globe, and see if the new player experience is still up to par.
Okay, and we are back in Genshin Impact after so many years. I just really wanted to test this game out since I've been playing Wuthering Waves so much in my free time, and I've been loving the game for months now, to be fair. I just kind of started seeing a lot of things going on with Genshin Impact. I can still see the game is hugely popular. And yeah, I basically wanted to give it a shot, test it out, see if I actually like it or if I'm just too hooked on Wuthering Waves. But yeah, without any further ado, let's start us off, see how the game works, see how things have changed in the past years, and whether I like it or not. Let's go. If I'm not wrong, the starting cinematic has not really changed, so I'm just gonna skip, as I already know what happens here. Huh, that's odd. Doesn't let me skip. Nah, let's go with this. So WSD to move as usual, dash, the old stamina bar. Left click to attack, right to dodge. Okay, so I'm already seeing that stamina depletes even while just running out of combat. Kind of annoying. Collecting everything, as you usually do in these games. Just as collecting all the waifus. I mean, I'll give it that, the game still looks nice. Starting area is still the exact same. I mean, I remember this area. Nice to see it hasn't changed, although it might be the most out of date compared to the rest of the game. See the map for the first time after so many years. Okay, so right, so the map has definitely gotten bigger. I remember that first city.
Alright, and it now seems we're getting showered with a bunch of random items just for being a new player.
Okay, so we can see all the events that are going on and the waifus that we can kind of collect. I really detest the fact that I can't just sprint the whole time. Why is my stamina depleting just from running? I'm not even combat. Why make this hassle? It doesn't add anything useful to the game. Like, nothing. It's like adding a weight limit to what you can carry. It usually doesn't add anything to the game. It just makes it more of a annoyance. Gameplay wise, offers nothing good. That looks cool.
Hey you! Stop right there! Outrider Amber reporting for duty.
Alright, I forgot. You can combine different elemental attacks. Although I will say the combat is a lot less fluid, I would say, than what I've gotten used to in a few other games at this point. It's not bad, right? But I just gotten used to something a little bit more different. We'll see how that goes as I play further and longer. Here's like a dungeon or something. Haha, but it requires me to be level 12 in adventure rank and then party level of 20. Too early for this. Also notice that there is no real way for me to skip the dialogue and the story. To be fair, I have nothing against the story of the game. I'm just, well, in these games, I don't particularly pay attention too much to the story. I like the world, I like the combat, the characters, all of that good stuff. The story, I tend to kind of skip through. That's just how I play these sort of games. So it's getting a little bit annoying to just constantly spam spacebar to get over the conversation.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. A little cooking mechanic here. Cool.
Okay, so this is the very first of the like main hub kind of areas for us, like a first city. Yeah, already noticing that it's quite desolate, to be fair. Very little going on. Every NPC is basically just standing in place apart from like one there in the back. It still looks pretty, but I'm starting to sense a bit of date here, and there's nothing really going on, just a few NPCs here and there. And I've got the game like maxed out on even the crowds and numbers of NPCs. Once again, I'm getting the impression that these first areas are going to be more outdated than the rest of the game. Here we go. Now we got ourselves a pretty little glider. Let's just pull out our way down. Looks like a storm coming. Never mind, it's just that dragon again. Oh wait, I think I remember this. This should lead into a big fight up in the air. I might be wrong, but I have like a vague memory of that. Funny enough, I don't remember absolutely anything up after this. Oh, so we're basically a minigun now. So we now unlocked ourselves a customization option. We can also change outfits. I forgot about that part. Interesting. So these are basically the default ones. These are the ones we got for free. Blue. Then the green ones. Green ones look cooler. Let's go with that. Okay, now we can finally summon new characters. So here's the gacha elements. Should I go for it? Yeah, fuck it. Let's go for this one. I just really want to test it out. So we can test out these characters. Nice. So she's got a ranged regular. She's got this.
Interesting, she has a long-range glide ability, I see.
I will say that the trial is actually a lot more fun than I expected it to be. Like, it's a lot longer and you get to actually use the characters quite a lot in different situations. Like, I've gotten used to just only getting like a minute to test out like a short burst wave, and that's it. This I actually get to have like a full-fledged battle. She's like a biker chick. You can easily tell that she's gonna be like a fire type elemental character, right? But look, she's got a sick motorcycle. She's wearing a jumpsuit for that. All the glasses. The super sick outfit. Like, she's a hot biker babe, and she knows that she's a hot biker babe. Like, she knows she looks cool. Shit, never mind. Look at that. She just Super Saiyans her hair. Like, it turns into fire, but it looks like a Super Saiyan. Fucking sick. Okay. God damn those assets. I can actually use the bike. It's like an ability that we can use. Oh, I want this character. Holy shit.
Let's push this back.
We can use the thing actually in combat. Let's use her ultimate. Oh, mother of damage that she's doing. I won't even need any of the other characters. That fire chick is insane. I want to add that character to my roster. Holy shit. Fuck. That was one of the most fun characters I've ever tried. Elemental Sight? Oh, so basically like what I can actually light on fire or electrocute. So it seems now that we've gotten through the dungeon, the game kind of opened up a little bit more, and I'm free to kind of explore rather than just follow the main story. Moving forward, I explored more of the initial map zones that could have been unlocked, found an altar that let me increase my stamina just a little bit to help with the world traversal. By doing so, I ended up finding a zone that could not be reached. Turns out, the zone was still locked as I had not completed enough of the initial story from the main quests. So I proceeded to do that and managed to complete more of the introductory dungeons. These were filled with rudimentary puzzles and other things to do. Once these were done, the map opened up fully and I went ahead to explore the land and activate as many teleport locations as I possibly could. Here I found a nifty puzzle that required me to beat a few slightly stronger bosses than the regular mobs. Beating these bosses allowed me to remove the magical barriers surrounding the area. After doing that, I got some pretty decent loot to boot my damage output, that being a pretty cool sword. With all the resources I managed to collect, I also took this time to properly level up my starting characters. Once I was satisfied, I moved on and took some amazing photos of a sunset and realized that this game is around 5 years old at this point, and it still looks goddamn amazing. Now, I've been doing this for about 1 or 2 hours, and I'm starting to get bored.
All this exploring is starting to take its toll on me, so I went back and did a few main story quests.
No one escapes
With
my
this in
sight.
mind, I managed to do a treasure map, which ended up leading me to a new dungeon filled with more traps and monsters to take out. Let's go take a look at the shop. Let's see what this has. Okay. So essentially we can just go and buy ourselves different outfits for the characters that we have. And then of course we can buy these little currency things. As usual, as it is with most mobile style-esque games and gacha games, you have this growing bonus thing with higher and higher sums going all the way up to $100 or euros. Nothing too new, although I am not a fan of this model at all. It's usually very scammy. I'm not saying that Genshin is a scam. I haven't done the calculations of how expensive these things really are, but I definitely know that this is too much. And each tier, as you can see, is a basic saying that, hey, if you buy this bit, you're gonna get a bonus, but if you buy this, it's all even more, and then it's just a few euros more and a few euros more, and then you see that you're spending too much. Also get some cool weapons here, pretty typical. After checking out the shop, I jumped right back into another dungeon, where this time I had to fly around like an airplane, dropping various bombs on all the innocent monsters, as if I was a bomber during World War II. To be fair, that was pretty new, and not something I had previously done in this game, or any other, which was kind of fun, for the time being. Now, I also continued getting frustrated with the stamina system, and the inability to swim when the stamina is gone. I understand that this might be a little bit of a realism part, since if you're out of stamina, you can't really swim, and if you're running, you can't really run forever. However, it doesn't really add too much to the game, and I still don't like it. I even went on a small rant about it, which I had to cut out as it wasn't the most interesting of banters. And to be fair, I already mentioned that I dislike it a few times during the video. Sorry about that, guys. Now moving forward with the main story, I almost managed to convince the big blue dragon from the start of the game, whose name is Dvalin by the way, to calm down and believe that me and the tone deaf bard were trying to help him. However, this part was cut short and Act 2 was complete. Seeing all these plot strings unraveling right before my eyes, I'm starting to understand that the main story is a crucial part of the game, and is the reason why skipping cutscenes is not possible. It is also one of the biggest reasons why people keep playing the game for so long after the release. It's not just about the cool waifus that you can collect, or the outfits that you can find, or being available both on mobile and on PC. It's the story, it's the things that you do, it's the exploration, everything put together, and basically having the story unravel over a long time, continuously adding on top, and on top, and on top. This is the main reason why the game is still so active and still so popular. And I'm pretty sure that this game will keep being popular, even with the years to come, as long as the developers keep pushing out new content and keeping the game well updated.
Alright, I think that's it for Act 2 of the game, and I think I have just about 6 hours of gameplay in here, so not too much, but just enough to kind of cover the basics, and see if the game is still playable in 2025, and if someone who's new should actually start the game as well. Overall, I'm having quite a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying all the elemental combinations that I can do, kind of matching the types that we have between the different characters. I definitely do have some negative thoughts about the game. There's some things that I'm just not a big fan of, and I just don't believe that those things add anything positive to the game, apart from just making it a bit more of a burden and a chore. But overall, it's lots of fun. I really love the fact that I can also play this on my mobile phone as well, so I can just kind of chill while I'm on the bus or something. Don't necessarily have to play it on the computer. So yeah, let's just jump into the pros and cons.
Genshin Impact boasts incredible and unique character designs. Over the years, they've added dozens of new playable characters, and every single one of these characters are absolutely top tier. The world is still fantastic and incredibly huge. It started off as being one of the largest already, and ever since then it's only been getting bigger. The game offers plenty of opportunity to test and game content and various characters, even if you don't even have them in your roster. I love this feature as it gives new players something to go for, a taste of what's to come in the future. Overall, the game is very easy to handle. Its fast-paced combat is incredibly fun, although not as fun as some of the newer games that I've played, but that's just my personal opinion. The game is also available on cross-platform. Basically, you can play it on PC, console, or even mobile. And to finish off, the game offers absolutely top-tier voice acting, both for the main story quests, side quests, and all the waifus that you can gather. Moving on to the cons. Sprinting is still my biggest pet peeve. I hate the fact that you can't run indefinitely, that you can't swim indefinitely. It's something that's not really adding anything fun to the game or enhancing it in any other way. In my opinion, you should be able to run indefinitely and only use stamina when dodging. This is something that's already implemented in Wuthering Waves, and it's really hard to get out of that game and jump into Genshin when you can't run for more than 5 seconds. Moving forward, there's still no way to skip any of the cutscenes, be it for main story or side quests. As the game is quite heavy on the story, I fully understand this design decision. However, it could still be tweaked so that you could skip the cutscenes and at least the side quests. Or if you're replaying the game on a new character, you could select this feature to be activated just to kind of save you a bit of time. And finally, I dislike the in-game currency available in the shop. To point it out, I have no issue with the shop being there or them offering things to buy. The game is free to play, and they need to make money somehow. But over my lifetime, I've played enough MMOs and various mobile games to see when the push by in-game currency is leaning into great territory. Such as here, where you are always enticed to buy more than you need with various promos like getting twice the gems and other options. In my opinion, this is a tactic used by dime games and not something a game like Genshin Impact should go for. Overall, Genshin Impact was a hell of a lot of fun to play and is still a leader of its genre. I believe it will also be something I will keep playing, at least on and off, as one of my buddies is constantly nagging me to come and play with him on co-op. But that's it for the video. What are your personal thoughts on Genshin Impact? Did you play it when it first came out, or maybe sometime later? As always, likes are appreciated and social media is down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.